In today's video, we're going to talk about what's happening in your system when a new energy is trying to replace your old energetic codes and patterns. So any kind of authentic energetic shift is definitely going to cause some discomfort in your energy system, and your nervous system is going to feel overwhelmed and burnt out sometimes by that energetic shift. So it's important to understand that I'm just going to draw an example of a 3D dimension, that every time you have to change some place, or you have to do something that is not up to your liking, your energetic system is not going to have a good feeling around that incident or event or transformation or change that you're experiencing. So similar thing is happening, but at more intense level when you're going through the drastic change in your perceptual system in your everyday life, like things don't seem to be the same as you used to experience them. So that is what's happening when you're going through intense Kundalini change or physical ascension shift is happening, because your old system is crashing and new energies are trying to integrate themselves into your system. So the old is not able to, it's kind of resistance is happening in your system. So first important thing is to understand, shine some light on what is happening in my energetic system. So if you know what's happening in your energetic system, that is really going to ground you into that process and make you more patient with your process. Because remember that any kind of big transformation, the real transformation that you want to achieve in your life, it comes at a price, and the price you have to pay is of patience and sacrifice of your old self where you were feeling comfortable. So spiritual healing or any kind of deep authentic healing, if you really want to do things that you believe in, but somehow you always feel that I want to do this, I want to do that, but there is always some excuses in between coming. You're believing there are some circumstances, there are some people, there are some things, resources that you don't have. They are stopping you from achieving this is not true. And this is what you realize when you're going through authentic healing process, the spiritual process, because in this process, it is like you're working in alignment with the universal higher intelligence, and that higher intelligence is your boss. Just like in the 3D world, you have a boss, or you have a mentor, or you have a trainer who trains you. In a teacher is the right word here. So the higher intelligence is your teacher who is teaching you what are the different ways that you can work your way to reach your purpose, to reach your authentic purpose. And it is also showing you how it operates by giving you certain sequences that you must go through in order to see the unfoldment of the higher universal energetic system happening through our own human energy system. So it is like higher intelligence through these authentic changes is trying to teach you in its own language of bringing these energy changes, just like feelings are the language of our body. Similarly, these authentic transformative changes that are happening in the energy field and creating an overwhelm or burnt out in your system is coming as a guiding light from the universal energy that is trying to teach you, that is trying to bring you into your authentic essence and understanding of how universal forces are operating through each one of us. But if we want to work in alignment with those universal forces, we have to act and behave and immerse ourselves in the laws of the universal intelligence and start operating in our lives from those laws. And understanding those laws can happen only through grace, I believe. So it's very important to pray when you're going through this process. First important step and think to integrate and to remember is this is a process. Healing process is slow process. You cannot hurry it up. You cannot hurry up certain things like in those slow cooker recipes. It is like a slow cooker recipe that you cannot hurry up. If you want to taste the flavor and texture as it is meant to be, you cannot hurry up your process. So if you know this and you're aware of this, then you can exercise some patience and let your process go by through trust. And this can happen only when you're graced with that sensation and consciousness of trust. And to be graced for that to happen when you're going through this process, I think it's very important to pray to the higher intelligence to give you the guidance so that you can move through your process every day, every way, in the right tools, and you don't get lost in it, because there are so many dangers of getting lost in this process. Because if you understand energy, if it is too intense, it will cause neurological disorders as well, and it can also put you in the spiritual depression. And unless you are aware that it is not a physical depression, but a spiritual depression, you will be going from one doctor to another who will not be able to diagnose your depression. And the answer for your depression lies in understanding certain tools, skills, and strategies which are more of the energetic value, and applying them in your life, and they are going to help you. And once you get that help after application, that really validates your trust in the universal energetic forces and how they are co-creating with you, and they're working with you and helping you to heal your pain bodies. So it's very important to understand when you're going through any kind of transformative change of real nature, then suffering is bound to happen, discomfort is bound to happen. So this is the time when you're trying to get rid of all that sense of shame that is culturally associated with acknowledging the nature of darkness or the nature of suffering in our lives, because that is the ultimate core of being born, to overcome those suffering and through our evolution only. So unless we understand that we need to grow internally and need to align ourselves with the universal truths, we are putting ourselves through the cycles of suffering, which are happening more in the three-dimensional reality. Just look at the COVID. A lot of people have lost their loved ones. And the result is, because of those attachments, we are suffering. And we're suffering because of a lot of other attachments, which we don't get to fulfill during such times. So when you're going through intense spiritual healing process, you are also brought into, something is brought into your focus, and that truth is like what you're resisting right now, the discomfort that you're facing is coming from your ego that likes attachments. So it's really trying to build your trust and build your resilience and build your system to detach in the ways which are really required for you to fulfill your purpose of service by loving yourself more. And through that self-love and health that you achieve, you are able to achieve your purpose of helping out others. Because see, you cannot really help others unless you've healed yourself. And if you have healed yourself by understanding all the guidance that you will be getting from the universal intelligence, and you can fulfill your healing through that guidance, only then you can share those experiences with others who need it after you. So first important thing is to know the process, have the right knowledge, and then also that will help to ground you in the process and give you more patience, and you won't hurry up your process. The second is prayer and connection with the higher intelligence to show you the right path and guidance and bring you in connection with the right people and right tools so that you can navigate through your process in the correct way. And thirdly, it is very important that you use those tools on daily basis and become more give presence to the new energetic dimensions that are trying to emerge through you, whether it is happening at your mental body or in your emotional dimension or in your spiritual dimension. Whatever energetic shifts that you are experiencing, try to pay attention to them with presence and more love and compassion, more self-compassion, and try to be with those sensations, and they will give you more information about what you need to do as you move forward in your journey. So coming out of your conditioned narrative into slipping into the sensations and feelings becomes very important in this process, because your old narratives are driven by your limited ego self, which will try to pull you away from experiencing the new dimension that is trying to emerge through those sensations and those feelings that your body is trying to tell you about. And it becomes very important. The fourth step that I'm going to talk about is to understand your autonomic nervous system, because your autonomic nervous system is going through a lot of changes. So your brain is going through a lot of changes. If you're going through Kundalini process, then I have clients whom I consult who ask me, they're feeling dizziness. There is a phase when you will feel in your head as if surgery is being happened. Your head becomes numb and frozen, and sometimes you may feel different sensations which have a texture of discomfort, which is beyond explanation, and we really don't know. It's so edgy how to explain those sensations. It's as if somebody's doing some kind of things in your brain. Those kind of sensations you will get during such times frequently from time to time in these processes. But here you got to trust the process, trust the universe, trust the higher intelligence, because we as humans have very limited potential, and we do not understand the language of the universe, its complexities. So when this process is happening, we can use some of the limited help that is available to us, and trust the process and let it do its work, so that you can sail through it with ease. And this is the best way to show self-compassion and support to your system during such times. And also, there are many tools that are related to the autonomic nervous systems working, and about a parasympathetic and sympathetic nervous system that we really need to apply during this process, so that we can balance our left and right brains in the process, though the process is doing its work. But if you apply these techniques and tools, they are also going to help you to regulate your process in the right way. So this energetic shifts that are happening, they are happening at the level of your nervous system. So your physiology is getting affected. It is also happening at the level of your perceptual system, at your energetic system, and also happening at your spiritual system. Your ability to use your perceptual filters, that is expanding now. So you're reconstructing the narratives that your ego had constructed earlier on through your conditioning since you were growing up after taking birth, through others, whatever perceptual systems were injected in your belief system, as your belief system, they are overturning. So when they're overturning, I think it is just because of that you're feeling that surgery kind of sensations, because it's not easy to let go of your beliefs, because your beliefs are your identity. They hold you down on this earth and give you the power to survive. And this energy is trying to bring you out of that survival instincts into more thriving. So your spiritual potential lies in navigating from surviving into thriving. So if you would like to attend some classes with me and take some coaching sessions with me, you're most welcome to approach me. The link is in the description box below. And I hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you found it useful, maybe you would like to give me a thumbs up and consider subscribing to my channel. And I will see you soon. So keep shining your light wherever you are and stay blessed. Love you guys all. Bye bye.